retire as champion!
Hey everyone, Overwatch is back. That's right, after the hiatus over the holidays, we finally are back to beta. Beta is back up and running, and with it comes another wave of beta invites. From what I've been seeing on the forums, a lot of the people that got in this particular wave are new to the genre. They're either new to first-person shooters or they're new to first-person shooters on PCs. So I want to make a quick guide today that discusses how best to not let the game intimidate you, how best to maybe ease yourself into competitive first-person shooters on PC, and how to get used to the control schemes, how to get used to formats, and the best way to ease yourself into this game and not be turned away by some of the aspects of it. So let's start with the most basic and probably the most problematic obstacle to overcoming if you're new to first-person shooters, or you're new to first-person shooters on PC, or you're coming back to first-person shooters after a long time, is the keyboard and mouse controls. If you're used to using a controller, or you haven't played an FPS with WSAD and a mouse, this is something you're going to have to get used to because it is the best control scheme for this type of game. So the two most important things for this control scheme are your sensitivity and your surface. So the two things you want to make sure that you do is make sure your mouse is on a flat surface and you have a decent mouse pad. I mean, you can do research on the best mouse pads out there. You don't need the best, but you need one that's not going to cause you heartache as you're trying to look around and it's getting caught on rough surfaces or it's just worn out. You want to get a good mouse pad, you want to have a flat surface to play on. And this is something that you might not notice in other games, but you really, really need that precision movement in first-person shooters, and so paying attention to your surface and the quality of it is very important for your mouse. The second part of this control scheme problem is something that still gives professionals trouble to this day, is finding a good sensitivity. This is something that you need to play around with. You need time to deal with which sensitivity is right for you. And then the most important thing is people, sometimes they'll switch to a sensitivity and then right away they'll have this knee-jerk reaction that, oh, I don't like this, I'm going to switch to something else. And to be honest, you really need a good 20 to 30 minutes of playing with the sensitivity to get a feel of whether or not it's working for you. So switch to something if it feels really, really bad, then obviously, if it's too sensitive or it's not sensitive enough, go ahead and tweak it a bit. But once you find something that maybe you could deal with, give it some time. Work with it, play with it, see if maybe that's the way you need to go. So with this latest patch, Blizzard has really given us an excellent tool for easing new players into the first-person shooter experience, and that is playing against AIs. You can play against computer players. There's no pressure about being in a competitive setting with other players that are going to scream and yell at you and say you're not doing the right thing. You really can just test all the characters, play all the heroes, learn their abilities, and do it in a friendly environment against artificial intelligence players. If you're new to first-person shooters on PC, please play against AI and let yourself be introduced to the game in that setting. I see so many players on forums get really frustrated with playing with other players and being lost with what's going on. Just ease into it and learn the game with AI. The final tip is an obvious one, but I can't stress enough how important it is that if you have friends that have access to Overwatch Beta, play with them. The game is so much more fun when you're playing with people you know, and you're working together towards objectives, and you're learning the game together. It makes the game all that much more fun. So if you just got in, welcome to first-person shooters on PC, and just relax, have fun, and enjoy the new experience. Good luck out there.